Dedicated Interconnect provides direct physical connections between your on premise network and Google's network. This enables you to transfer large amount of data between networks, which can be more cost effective than purchasing additional bandwidth over the public internet. In order to use dedicated interconnect, you need to provision a cross connect between the Google network and your own router in a common colocation facility, as shown in this diagram. To exchange routes between the networks, you configure a BGP session over the interconnect between the cloud router and the on premise router. This will allow user traffic from the on premise network to reach GCP resources on the VPC network and vice versa. Dedicated interconnect can be configured to offer a 99.9% or a 99.99% uptime SLA. See the dedicated interconnect documentation for details on how to achieve these SLAs. In order to use dedicated interconnect, your network must physically meet Google's network in a supported colocation facility. This map shows the location where you can create dedicated connections. For a full list of these locations, see the link section of this video. Now, you might look at this map and say, well, I am nowhere near one of these locations. That's when you want to consider Partner Interconnect. Partner Interconnect provides connectivity between your on-premise network and your VPC network through a supported service provider. This is useful if your data center is in the physical location that cannot reach a dedicated interconnect colocation facility, or if your data needs don't warrant a dedicated interconnect. In order to use Partner Interconnect, you work with the supported service provider to connect your VPC and on-premise networks. For a full list of providers, see the link section of this video. These service providers have existing physical connections to Google's network that they make available for their customers to use. After you establish connectivity with a service provider, you can request a Partner Interconnect connection from your service provider. Then, establish a BGP session between your cloud router and on-premise router to start passing traffic between your networks via the service provider's network. Partner Interconnect can be configured to offer a 99.9% or a 99.99% uptime SLA between Google and the service provider. See the Partner Interconnect documentation for details on how to achieve these SLAs. Let me compare the interconnect options that we just discussed. All of these options provide internal IP address access between resources in your on-premise network and in your VPC network. The main differences are the connection capacity and the requirements for using a service. The IPsec VPN tunnels that Cloud VPN offers have a capacity of 1.5 to 3 Gbps per tunnel and require a VPN device on your on-premise network. The 1.5 Gbps capacity applies to the traffic that traverses the public internet, and the 3 Gbps capacity applies to the traffic that is traversing a direct peering link. You can configure multiple tunnels if you want to scale this capacity. Dedicated Interconnect has a capacity of 10 Gbps per link and requires you to have a connection in a Google-supported colocation facility. You can have up to 8 links to achieve multiples of 10 Gbps, but 10 Gbps is the minimum capacity. As of this recording, there is a beta feature that provides 100 Gbps per link with a maximum of 2 links. Keep in mind that features that are in beta are not covered by any SLA or deprecation policies and might be subject to backward incompatible changes. Partner Interconnect has a capacity of 50 Mbps to 10 Gbps per connection, and requirements depend on the service provider. My recommendation is to start with VPN tunnels. When you need enterprise-grade connection to GCP, switch to Dedicated Interconnect or Partner Interconnect, depending on your proximity to a colocation facility and your capacity requirements.